Good morning. This is Hey Garden Guide, Charlie Stocker, where you can go to our website, heygardenguy.com, or the Facebook and YouTube, Hey Garden Guide, Charlie Stocker. Ask questions. We have videos on all of the up-to-date growing techniques, etc., that you can use in your garden to raise your garden IQ one question at a time. And this morning we've got a question from John that we want to look at in this video. He wants to know what are some evergreen plants that he can use in small space areas that just don't take over the whole landscape but kind of act as accents that grow well in this area. Let me start out by saying an evergreen, the definition of an evergreen is actually it is coniferous. And coniferous means, and this is very important, that it stores its food in the needles. So if you have a problem with a coniferous, a juniper, a yew, a taxus, any of the needled evergreens, and they start losing their leaves, you have a real problem because that's where all the food is. But nonetheless, these small evergreens really don't present any problems in terms of maintenance with insects, pests, or diseases. So with that, the go-to plant for a small area, and it's kind of a soft foliage. This is called a blue star juniper. Now this blue star will get up to about 12 inches. It'll have a spread of as much as 3 foot, but it grows very well in small areas where you don't have a lot of room. Now you can use this as a specimen plant, or you can use it as a mass planting. But it pretty well keeps this color 12 months out of the year. So if you're considering a small evergreen that gives you very little care, that you don't have to trim, but likes the full sun, 8 hours of full sun, consider the blue star juniper. Another plant that people enjoy, this is called a Spruce Globosa, or Picea pungens blue spruce, globe blue spruce. It will again only get up to about 36 inches. And that's over a period of about 5 to 8 years. Isn't that blue absolutely gorgeous? But know that it will stay blue as long as you have it in a full sun. These needled evergreens do not do well if they only have a dappled sun. They do well with a full sun, 8 hours. When you plant any of these that we're looking at this morning, you want to make sure that when you take them out of the pot, or if they're balled and burlap, you take the burlap off, etc., and you plant them at the same level that they were in the pot. So it's in a well-drained soil, and you use a lot of organic compost. And they're virtually maintenance-free after that point. But the right place is full sun and well-drained soil, and you'll do well with this plant with very little maintenance. This is a globe blue spruce, gets up to about 36 inches. Another one that we're seeing a lot in the landscape is the gold thread cypress. And this particular one is called threadleaf. It will get up to about 3 foot, 8 hours of full sun, well-drained soil, and basically it will get up to, like I say, about 3 foot, and you really don't need to trim it unless you feel it necessary. But it will get more yellow and more yellow the more sun you give it. Something about the color yellow. It's a warm color. It draws attention. If you want to sell a home, use yellow in the front, and it will attract attention and cause people's eyes to go towards that yellow. So that's exactly what the purpose of this gold thread cypress is to draw attention to a particular area of your landscape. 1 will work fine, 3 will work fine, 5 will work fine. Don't use even numbers, use uneven numbers. That's just a rule of landscape. But the gold thread cypress, 3 foot, full sun. And finally, we have the little pin cushion cypress. It only gets up to about 1 foot. It only gets up to about 1 foot. The more sun it has, the more yellow it gets. No trimming is necessary. You just add water, well-drained soil, and a lot of organic matter planted at the same depth as it was in the pot, and you should have success with any of these small plants for small areas, giving you color, a needle-type color, year-round. This is Charlie Stocker with Hey Garden Guy, answering your garden questions and raising your IQ one question at a time.